r/AskReddit asks, what isn't illegal, but really ought to be? Clinical trials not being published if the results aren't favorable to whoever funded the study. Or clinical trials being intentionally manipulated to reflect well on whomever funded the study. Download buttons that aren't a download button for the thing you're trying to download, and the next thing you know you have 5 viruses. Pro tip: try click and dragging the button. If it moves, it's fake. Edit: thanks for the silver. Also, check below for some good ad blocker recs. Ad blockers also can help weed those out. Cable companies drawing up and agreeing to territories so that customers don't have a choice and they don't have to compete. My community signed a sweetheart 99-year agreement like this back in the 80s so they could get a free public access channel. Civil asset forfeiture. This is one of the few things I've seen Republicans and Democrats agree needs to stop, and yet very little seems to have been done to prevent it. It's such a blatant violation of the 4th, 5th, and 8th Amendments. Ticketmaster. Here's another convenience fee for making their work easier. When you buy a ticket to something online, and the price of the ticket doesn't include all the extra fees they tack on, so what is advertised as a $30 ticket is actually like $50. Fucking Ticketmaster. Robocalls. It's gotten so ridiculous, I've literally been robocalled by my own phone number. https://i.imgur.com/nxjccxt.png, to the point where I had to block myself and even got robocalled by the goddamn B's phone. https://i.imgur.com/qoek7xl.png. Seriously. It's gotten to the point where I can rarely get a hold of some of my clients on the phone. BC, they won't pick up any numbers that aren't in their Rolodex. MLM companies. Most of them are just no one gives enough of a shit. Those bright-ass headlights cars have that temporarily blind you. It is illegal, just never enforced. To have those headlights, your vehicle is supposed to be designed for them with special glass on the headlamps. People are such assholes. Wonder how many deaths they've caused with those things. Charging a convenience fee for paying electronically. Good news for some people is that 10 states have laws against exorbitant convenience fees. https://www.nerdwallet.com/blog/credit-card-convenience-fees-surcharges legal/ For those who can't be arsed to click the link, those states are California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Kansas, Maine, Massachusetts, New York, Oklahoma, and Texas. It's not all surcharges, but anything labeled surcharge, convenience fee, or any other bollocks like that. If the charges add up to over 4% of the purchase price, it's illegal in those states. Landlords not fixing mold problems and just renting it out to the next unsuspecting family. We had a major bathroom leak happen, more than once, over the course of 4.5 years as a renter. Literally raining from the middle of the ceiling onto the second floor. The landlord served notice to terminate our lease because he wanted to sell the house. I'm really hoping that the buyer hired a really good home inspector to find the mold, because I promise you, it is there. Playing emergency sirens in your commercial. My dad was a Marine, and he got in a car crash cause they played a missile sound effect on the radio edit. Forgot to mention he's alive and well. This was many years ago. Free trials that continue the subscription after the trial ends. Even worse is when you can easily sign up for those free trials online, but canceling it requires you to actually call in. Edit: my issue isn't the inconvenience of calling in, it's that most companies use it as an opportunity to retain me with additional offers and try and make it hard to leave. If it was a press 5 to cancel after navigating a small tree, that would be completely fine. The loopholes Onizen is jumping through to not be in prison. The dude sued the wrong Chris Hansen. He's such a fucking joke. Forcing university students to pay to use facilities that aren't related to education. I am required to pay a fee for my school's gym. I don't intend on using it. That could change, but at this point it's a waste of money. Junk mail. What a waste of resources. Seriously, last week I got 7 credit card offers in one delivery. That's in excessive packaging in general. Looking at Amazon on that one. Child beauty pageants. They are so creepy. How can anyone think parading a child around like that is a good thing? Expensive ambulance rides, hospital stays. Yep, here in America they can get higher than $3,000. $500 insulin. These medical companies know that the price of insulin is outrageous, but they are willing to harm people to make a profit. Gerrymandering. Gerrymandering is an evil buzzword, but it's actually been used for good and bad purposes. By just making arbitrary square districts of equal, you can run into situations where say 40% of the population wants political party X and 60% wants Y, and due to winner-takes-all voting you end up with way more than 60% party Y in office. You can use gerrymandering to make more oddly shaped districts with majority X voters so that you get closer to a 40-60 split. You can still gerrymander to get way more than 60% Y by making a couple districts 100% X voters and all others like 55Y and 45X, but still, it can be used to give minorities representation they wouldn't have normally had, but can also be used to completely erase the minority vote. Going to jail for having no money. I don't understand how they arrest people who are behind on child support because they don't have the money to pay. Posting bail is not an option. They can only get out unless they pay what they are behind in child support. Since they don't have that money, they have to wait normally a month or more for a court hearing while in jail. And since they've been in jail for a month, they probably now lost their job. So now they have even less money coming in to pay child support. This is in Texas at least. I think that's crazy. I mean, people should have to pay their child support in my opinion, but the punishment is just making it harder for them to do so. So now the government is hurting the parent load now too. Planned obsolescence. I have a full-bodied stainless steel skill saw of my great-uncle's. My guess is that it was made in the 1950s. Still use it all the time. There's a reason people say they don't make them like they used to. It's because those companies went out of business, only had to sell one to the people who needed them. Talking on phones through speaker or blasting music from the phone speakers in public transit. No one wants to hear that shit. While not illegal, at least in Chicago, it is against the transit rules. It doesn't stop people from doing it, but it's a start, I suppose. Touching pregnant women's bellies without asking them for permission first. That shit creepy. I'm sorry, what? Taxpayer-funded stadiums. Honestly, any taxpayer-funded thing that essentially gets given to a private corporation for free the moment it's completed. Reheating fish in the office microwave. I'm too pretty to go to jail, please don't do this. Also, my coworkers walk into my area to fart, back of the shop away from the royalty, so I have no remorse.